Hey guys, it's Paradise, and this game is kind of looking like a mix of Marvel's Spider-Man, GTA, and Genshin Impact, which has a lot of people excited. You may remember when this game was first revealed, we promised to keep you up to date when new information or news dropped, and over the last few months, the devs have actually been releasing small tidbits of new details, so we finally have enough juicy things to talk about and actually make a video worth to share with you guys. So let us know what you're thinking about this game so far, because for us personally, the gameplay that they've showed is looking pretty awesome. But don't get it wrong, there are some red flags here. So it's going to be really interesting to know how you're feeling about this, but first let's go over a quick recap of this game. This exciting looking urban open world RPG is called Project Mugen, and it's crafted by Thunderfire Studios' Naked Rain and is published by NetEase Games. We will be stepping into the shoes of an Esper as we explore and unravel the supernatural events within this massive city. The game is going to be launching on PC, mobile devices, but also PlayStation 4 and 5. There isn't a confirmed release date yet, but you can sign up for the upcoming test phases. The devs have been relatively quiet, but we actually have a recent interview about the game. There is, however, something really cool that we missed out in our other video, which is this clip from Max D Gacha, which showcases the parkour system in the game, and we must say it's looking very cool and very similar to the movement from Spider-Man. This, however, is then combined with additional traversal systems like being able to drive cars, swinging around, and more, so this is just one of the reasons that people are excited for this title. In a recent interview, however, we did get some gems of information, as the studio behind the game, Naked Rain, had an interview with Exputer, and they answered questions about content updates, gameplay, and even monetization. Let's start off with the content updates, as we know that Project Mugen will take place in a very large city environment, and one of our worries is that the environment might look a bit samey and get boring quite quickly compared to other games with various and more diverse biomes. They have previously spoken about implementing a procedural generation system to build out the city, so it has a bit more variety, but something that's quite exciting is what the interviewer said following this question. The game has quite an interesting story and is expected to be expanded on after each major update, but how long do you think it will take for the studio to release the full story into the game? Naked Rain then said their goal is to present a vast game world that can be explored. Therefore, after the game is launched, they will continuously update and expand the content, including the city map, new characters, and stories. This will ensure the player will have new experiences constantly, and they say they will refer to the update cycles of other free-to-play role-playing games on the market, but they can't confirm it just yet. It's of course very cool to see that they're not only adding in new characters but whole new city maps, which is actually kind of unexpected for us. We thought the game would be to stay in this main city for a while, and if they're sticking to the same cadence of other free-to-play games when it comes to releasing updates and major content, we can expect that they will probably have smaller monthly updates releasing new missions or characters, and then every quarter have a major content drop with a new scenario. They did actually expand on what we can expect from these new city maps in the interview, as when asked about the post-launch roadmap and how new cities or characters may be implemented, they said, as you progress the main storyline, new cities will also appear, with plans to update at least one new city per year. They're also planning to add new characters, and the player will encounter them in subsequent exploration as you embark on investigative journeys together. Since the last video, we actually have some more information about how the game might be monetized, but this isn't something we're super sure of, as during the reveal it wasn't confirmed about the structure that the developers will be using. During this interview though, they were asked how they plan to implement the monetization into the game as it will be free to play. In response, one of the devs said, "Our commercial team is working on establishing a new commercial gameplay for content service games to ensure that more players can enjoy the excellent content. We will inform the player of any new developments." Of course, it's great to hear that they're working to ensure this will be balanced and that you can actually experience the content of the game, but one of the biggest red flags for us at the moment is the fact that NetEase is publishing it. If you aren't familiar, NetEase is sort of famous for the monetization drama surrounding Diablo Immortal. Hopefully this isn't just some sort of marketing speech and they will actually implement some sort of consumer-friendly system, and within this hopefully the gameplay will be the focus. Depending on how a game is designed around its monetization, they can quickly rinse your time or just straight up your money if you keep playing them, which of course for many games just doesn't feel very good. In relation to this, supposedly the devs are trying hard to ensure that the game will have a balance between players that do choose to spend and other players that are opting to stay free to play. They said during the interview that players won't need to pay to win because the game isn't solely about winning anyway due to the structure and design of it. Naked Rain said that they believe the most important and fundamental aspect is the game itself. They say our players don't have to pay to win, and their game experience does not need to be solely about winning. They want people to feel excited about the game and passionate about its content. They're still exploring specific commercialization models, and they cannot provide an accurate answer at this time. This, however, is one of our biggest issues with these Genshin Impact style games, as just when you really get going, they start to push you towards purchasing items to increase your chances at increasing your power, which we personally feel impacts the gameplay experience and enjoyment. If this studio is able to find a balance between preserving the gameplay experience while also making the game commercially viable for them, so that of course it doesn't just die on release, then this would be absolutely fantastic, and it looks like they're trying to make this work, so we are hopeful. So is there any news on a release date or when we can actually play it? Well, it looks like the devs are gearing up for a beta soon, but it doesn't have a confirmed date on that either. They have said that they will need player feedback before launch, and they're planning to release the game cross-platform and globally, which honestly, because we're here in the West, we love to hear. So tell us what you're thinking of all of this down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And make sure to subscribe down below, because we'll keep you up to date as and when more information comes out.